Alright, welcome back to Adobe Muse CC. In this tutorial we're going to continue to add graphics to our scene. In the meantime, in between tutorials, I added a footer image here, and it's actually on the footer layer here. So on the main content area, I'm going to actually add another rectangle. So I just click on the rectangle tool and basically draw across here. And I am on the master page, by the way. And what I'm going to do is select the black arrow and just make sure everything starts snapping into 100%. On each of these widths, and then also up here at the top I kind of want to be 100%, and the bottom here just to make sure everything lines up properly. Click in the fill and choose this sort of green, lime green kind of fill here, which I kind of dig. And if I switch back to the website view and double click on any of these, you'll see they line up pretty well on each of those. So let's go back to the master, and what I want to do next is add a logo graphic that'll kind of be representative for the entire site. And maybe it'll have navigation later on, but we'll deal with that later. So I'm going to go File, Place, and scroll down till I see this base.png. So PNGs have alpha transparency built in. I'm going to click Open. And once I do that, what will happen is I'll get this little widget that I can click anywhere to release. I'm going to do it outside my scene here on the artboard here. The reason why is because this graphic's quite large. So what I want to do is I want to scale it down first just by grabbing a corner and dragging inwards just to scale it in quite a bit. Then I can hit Control plus a couple times, and now I can kind of move it into place. So I'm going to let it snap over here. Again, just grab a corner here and slide over. You don't have to hold shift, it just basically aligns perfectly in proportion, and basically have something like that. Maybe a little bit smaller. I'm not quite sure how big I want this to be. I think something like that might be kind of cool. So if I go out to, again, each of these now have that little logo there. So next up, what I want to do is add some graphics maybe to the home page. So I can go File, Place. I accidentally clicked on the wrong one. File, Place, not Place Photoshop, but Place. And in here I have all these interesting sort of pieces of zombie images. And on the home page, maybe I'll accept a couple different ones. I'm not quite sure which ones I want at this point, but I kind of want the similar sizes. So I'm thinking I might do, like, for example, these two are definitely the same size. So I don't know if I'll utilize these for sure, but for demonstration purposes I'll pick these two just by holding the shift key and click Open. And what will happen is you'll get a little widget which has two now. And if I click, what will happen is you'll see how massive that one is. Again, I'm going to zoom out quite a bit and then click again for the second one. What you have to do is scale them down first. So I have to select it and then just basically grab a corner until it starts to snap into there. Again, you do not have to use the shift key while grabbing a corner, which is really nice. So in here it's basically snapping into place, and you'll notice that when I zoom in here that I have smart guides on. So smart guides are really great. They basically allow you to line up things properly and scale them properly. So there I can tell the tops are aligned now and the bottoms, and those are perfectly matched now. It's under the view menu and smart guides is turned on basically. So I kind of like this effect. I may get one more over here, but you can see now I could place some content, I could add some text. In fact, that's what we'll be doing in the future, but let's have a quick look. You'll notice as we look at all the pages, the master page does not have those graphics, but the home page does. So I don't know if ultimately if this is the final positioning. I just wanted to demonstrate how to place these. In the next tutorial you'll see more refined placement for these, but do realize that each page you can apply unique graphics, and then on the master page have the graphics for the entire site. So that concludes this tutorial of placing graphics in Adobe Muse CC. Until next time, cheers.